So, She-Hulk attorney at law. I thought Velma was bad, but jeez. Just let me explain. Just please give me 2 minutes of your time while I explain something to you. I'm new to YouTube. I have not been in the pop culture space for about the last 5 or 6 years. For most of my life, I've loved TV, cinema, comic books, the whole thing. And I just had enough of it. I walked away. I also walked away from social media as well, and mainstream media, and all the medias. I've been kind of living in a little cocoon for the last 5 or 6 years. And I started a YouTube channel last month, and part of the reason for that is for me to explore what is currently happening in the world, and try and work out how we got from where we were when I quit to this clown show right now. Now, I started researching what was going on in the world of TV, and I discovered Velma. Great. And I discovered this, She-Hulk attorney at law, and I thought it was a parody at first. Yeah, I thought it was a joke, Babylon B or something. But it turned out to be real. And I took some magic mushrooms and I watched this show. And I had some bad trips in my time. Jeez. Nothing quite matches She-Hulk attorney at law, right? So I finished doing this, then I discovered that the TV show was painfully old and irrelevant, and making a video about it would be a complete waste of time. Until today, when the wonderful Bounding Into Comics put this article out. So thanks, guys. You just made that bad trip relevant for me. So Kevin Feige fully backs disastrous She-Hulk attorney at law series that was specifically made to attack Marvel Studios' former fans. It's a pretty good article. I suggest you get over to Bounding Into Comics and have a read through it. Full disclosure, if you're expecting me to read stuff on this channel, probably not a great idea. I'm virtually blind, and I think me squinting at a screen makes pretty bad entertainment. So I'll synopsize for you. Kevin Feige, talking to Entertainment Weekly, kind of doubled down, saying She-Hulk, for example, was an experiment. Let's just do a legal comedy. Okay, hold on to that word, please. What if Ally McBeal was a superhero? How do we do a legal sitcom? Alright. I watched 2 episodes. I was high on shrooms. I didn't laugh once. How does this qualify as comedy? This just felt like being beaten with a stick of virtue. So I'm not quite sure what Kevin Feige is talking about here. And just before you freak out, the thumbnail, Kevin Feige quits and takes up erotic bakery. Yeah, dirty trick, I know, but kind of funny, right? Okay. He goes on to say, and the actress that plays She-Hulk goes on to say it was an FU to fans, and there's a line in here that I thought was quite interesting. Is it Gao, the woman who wrote the show? Yeah, speaking of vanity, Gao is described as a genius. The writer of She-Hulk attorney at law is a genius. Wow. Okay. And yeah, it's a great article. Go and check it out. But basically, this show absolutely bombed, didn't it? Because it's garbage. If they had decided they wanted to take a female character and turn her into a Hulk and put her in a court of law, then when I get myself into trouble on YouTube, which is inevitable, she's the lawyer that I'm calling. Because when I'm in court, I want the biatch that gets angry and turns green representing me. She's my perfect lawyer, hands down. But if you're gonna write a show like this, go and hire some comedy writers, and you might just get away with it. Just a suggestion, all right? What do I know? But just a suggestion. And we're going to keep it with Kevin Feige, but just bear with me, half blind, just need to check my notes. Oh yeah, in the second episode, she contacts the Incredible Hulk, which, for me, that was Bruce Banner, and he didn't want his powers that turned him into a Hulk, and he got angry and things went crazy and all wrong anyway. But anyway, the Hulk was in space in a spaceship, and I had to turn off at that point. It's too ridiculous. Yeah, it's 2 episodes, and that's all I have to say about it. I'm not even angry enough to swear. So this show had zero effect on me. But keeping with Kevin Feige, he reveals Marvel will cut back on Disney Plus shows after no Marvel series cracked the top 15 streaming shows of 2022. Again, from the excellent Bounding Into Comics. Love Bounding Into Comics. And there's Kevin Feige. Look at his smug little face. Hell yeah. Okay. And here we have the top 15 streaming programs overall. Stranger Things, not surprisingly, up at number 1. Wow, Seinfeld at number 10. That shows you the state of comedy right there. Yeah, we're talking about She-Hulk, Attorney at Law being a sitcom. And number 10 on the streaming services is Seinfeld from the 1990s. Now, I love Seinfeld. I honestly believe it is one of the greatest sitcoms ever written. Jerry Seinfeld as a stand-up comedian, not to my tastes, but Seinfeld, the sitcom, one of the greatest TV shows of all time, just in my opinion. But the fact that in 2023, when that ranks as the 10th most popular show, and yes, the number 1 comedy show on the list, that tells you everything you need to know. There's another video that I just put out talking about the writer's room for the TV show Velma, and how getting a bunch of narcissistic people addicted to group therapy sessions and locking them in a room together and expecting them to produce comedy is just an impossible task. It's never gonna happen. Yeah, you're never going to get comedy out of these people. You're going to get She-Hulk. You're going to get Velma. You're going to get every other piece of garbage that is coming out of your screens at the moment. Because all the evidence is there. Seinfeld is number 10 in the top streaming shows for 2022. It's the top comedy. That's your problem. Right there. There are many talented comedy writers out there, all hungry and looking for work right now. Diversity hiring does not work. Diversity TV does not work. Agenda-driven content does not work. Now, I'm about to make a video that's going to get me into a lot of trouble, which is comparing today with a certain Chinese regime of yesteryear. I'm being careful what I'm saying on YouTube right now. I'll get back to that. You know what? I'll get back to you on that point. Just leave that with me for a little bit. So, oh my God, The Simpsons is at number 15 on Disney Plus. Disney took The Simpsons, huh? Oh my days. So the only comedy show In the top 15 streaming services that Disney have to offer is The Simpsons. That says it all. Go and hire some talented writers. And, you know, your company might not be in the toilet. Not difficult, is it? So anyway, Kevin Feige is failing. Now, if he was in any other industry, he would be out on his ass. He would be in the unemployment queue. But he isn't. So why are people still in their jobs when they're making failing TV shows? Is it because they are driving agenda, not entertainment? And that's the bigger picture that people are looking at the moment, isn't it? And the people looking at that picture, they're the ones being removed to the fringes. And one thing we've learned recently is the people you really want to be listening to right now are those that are in the fringes. Thanks very much for watching this video. I've run out of stuff to say. It's just She-Hulk Attorney at Law, fucking garbage.